labor and employment, 52 and demand number 52 and 60. The role of the Labor Department is to implement the various labor laws applicable to different establishments and to ensure that the statutory welfare facilities are being provided by the employers to different working class in the state. The Labor and Employment Exchange does not create and provide jobs, but serves as a link between the job seekers and employers. The youth candidates register in employment exchange mainly to obtain the employment in government departments. Government is in a process to discontinue employment exchange registration card, which is presently one of the mandatory documents for securing government jobs. Employment in the private sector is generated to industries department, and as and when required, personnel department undertakes employment in government departments. It is the endeavor of the government to increase focus on career counseling, guidance for our aspiring youth to pursue the right career choice according to aptitude so that they can join the workforce with better skills for enhancing growth and overall development. Speaker, sir. I am replying now to the basically the cut motions. There was a demand to under the head Incident Response System to discuss the implementation of the Labour Welfare Center for Industrial Workers. The Office of the Commissioner of Labour and Employment is running various labour welfare centers in the state of Goa, imparting training in cutting and tailoring to the family members of the industrial workers. Presently, there are 9 labour welfare centers functioning in different parts of Goa. The main aim to start the Labour Welfare Center is to make the family member of industrial workers self-dependent. 2 schemes, namely scheme for supply of sewing machines to the trainees and the scheme for giving stipend to the trainees belonging to the SC/ST community, is being implemented. Head Enforcement of Welfare Fund Act. The Goa Labour Welfare Fund Act 1986 came into force from 26 January 1990. As per Section 14 of the Act, every employee, employer and the government contributes to this fund. Through this fund, the board implements 19 schemes for the benefits of the industrial workers and their families' dependents. During the last financial year, 4,086 beneficiaries availed the benefits and an amount of rupees 1,41,78,662 has been disbursed. To cover more beneficiaries, the existing wage ceiling for availing the benefits has been removed and also quantum of benefits is increased. Under the Head Enforcement of Building and Other Construction Workers Act. Under the Goa Building and Other Construction Workers Welfare Board, 17 schemes have been implemented by the boards. Besides that, salary, wages of the staff and other office expenses are incurred by the department. Under the major head 4210, capital outlay on medical and public health provision is made for the Employees State Insurance Corporation, ESIC, directly for purchase of land, etc., for running of Employees State Insurance Scheme, ESSI, in the state. Creation of statistics cell reduced. The department has already initiated the process of collecting the data in respect of number of employees employed in the state of Goa in different industrial establishments by way of portal wherein the employees are required to upload their details in respect of these employees. As on date, 1,986 employees' data has been captured from different establishments. The process of uploading the data is an ongoing process and the same is in progress. The department is also in process of developing a system for collecting the data of all migrants and unorganized workers in the state of Goa. Speaker, sir, to handle the disputes of industrial workers in the state, 2 labour codes, namely Industrial Tribunal cum Labour Code and Labour Code 2, are functional in the states of Goa. Speaker, sir, the Apprenticeship Act 1986 is implemented by the Director of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship and not by Labour Department. The trainees are being taken by the department as apprentice for 1 year and department pays them stipend. To protect the labour rights, the labour laws are being enforced in efficient manner. In order to give relief to the workers, routine and surprise inspection of establishments are carried out by the labour inspectors. Wherever instances of irregularities are noticed in the course of inspection, action have been initiated. Failure to increase minimum wages. Speaker, sir, the minimum rate of wages are revised from time to time. However, the department is in the process to increase further minimum wages rates of wages in the state of Goa. Minimum wages are sent to the Law Department for vetting, and the moment we get it, the minimum wages will be notified soon. Government basically have already identified as far as the minimum wages are concerned, and they have decided on the increase of minimum wages. Failure of government to maintain data of migrant laborers in the state. The action has been initiated to develop the system of collecting data of migrant workers, and the same will be put in operation within a short span of time. As far as the healthcare system is there, Speaker, sir, the health facilities to the industrial workers are provided by employees of State Insurance Corporation through Employees State Insurance Scheme. Those who fall outside the purview of Employees State Insurance Act, management provides them medical facilities. So government to support local laborers for private sector. Providing support to local laborers in private sector is not done by the Labour Department. However, engagement of workers depending upon their requirement and the skill is the prerogative of the employer. This is basically the function as far as the I have replied to your cut motion as far as the Labour Department is concerned. Now I will go to the Director of Settlement and Land Records. Speaker, sir, the Director of Settlement and Land Records have undertaken important work of computerization and digitization of land records. Under this scheme, the Director has undertaken the project of online updation of land records and generation of integrated land records document. The importance of this project is that it has interconnected all the branch offices of DSLR, including head office, and the data is hosted on cloud through NIC. This would facilitate online generation of updated survey plan of any land parcel through any office of DSLR, and will also enable the general public to have access to the records due to this facility. The public can obtain survey plans of any land parcel in the state of Goa through Goa Online services. Goa Online. Modern equipment for survey and settlement operation are procured to DSLR for accurate and faster preparation of plans. The machines are capable of measuring distances up to 2.5 to 3 kilometers on land where clear line of sight is available and for regular day-to-day survey works. The work of scanning of balance old records for the purpose of preservation is already taken up through ITG. The work of survey and demarcation of Kumeri cases in the state of Goa has been undertaken on top priority by state of Goa as per the decision taken by the cabinet. The vision map maker data was replica of the plan survey, table survey maps. Sometimes the data of one plan was spilling over to another plan table sheet, and hence the polygony could not be created. Secondly, a consolidated village maps were never in existence. As part of continuation of the said work assigned to the agency, the department deemed to fit to join all the PT sheets to form a village map. Having successfully completed this feat, the data of survey map is now hosted on the cloud through Buna Shaksha platform. The setting up of modern record room in taluka offices of this directorate at Satari, Perne and Mapsa has been taken up, and the estimate of other talukas are awaited. The directorate has proposed to conduct training workshop for technical staff on the subject of translation of old Portuguese record, such as Alvara, title, Register do Agremessor, and Auto Demarcação, etc., and training on modern survey equipment is also proposed. Speaker, sir, I shall now reply to the cut motion tabled by the honourable members. Before that, I will go to the Revenue Department. Speaker, sir. Oppose the cut motion. Speaker, sir, as on onset, I would like to state that the head of the capital outlay on public work for the Directorate of Settlement and Land Records has not been allotted any funds, and hence the question of reduction of ₹100 doesn't arise. The maintenance of the head office is now looked after by the PWD. The head office does require repairs and maintenance, for which various samples of concrete and plaster were taken for carrying out tests. Therefore, the PWD would suggest the ways and means to protect the structure for better longevity. Speaker, sir, Head Modern Equipment Survey Department. Speaker, sir, under this head, we propose to purchase electronic total stations and different global positioning system. The Director of Settlement and Land Record has 11 sub-offices in different talukas, with the exception of the lone taluka in Sange. I would be more than happy to set up an office of Inspector of Survey of Land Records in the taluka of Sange, if any government premises are available in vicinity of the Sangam bus stand area, as majority of the government offices are located there itself. Out of 28 number of electronic total stations, 6 of these ETS were procured from central funds allocated under Digital India Land Records Modernization Program. 8 instruments which were procured in the year 2008 has been condemned this year, as their spares are not available. 20 electronic total stations are available, which can measure distance of 2.5 to 3 kilometers, and land where can clear line of sight is available. In addition to this, DSLR has also purchased 2 differential global positioning systems from the funds of the central government. For the year 2022 to 2023, the Land Survey Department has carried out 5,845 partitions, 180 demarcations and 65 resurveys. Besides surveys and preparation of plans for protecting wetland, for protecting biodiversity, hotspots, for identifying offending structures in CRZ area, beach survey for various public projects such as road widening. I take the pleasure of informing the House that the Department of Land Resources and Ministry of Panchayati Raj has set up 3 continuous operation reference system in our state for enabling optimum use of DGPS instruments. I also would like to inform this House that DGPS instruments are giving higher level of accuracy and fast service. We are therefore justified in placing our demand for purchase of additional ETS and DGPS in the interest of providing quicker and accurate services to the general public and for ushering in projects beneficial to the public. Speaker, sir, the Land Survey Department has already moved a proposal for filling up of vacant posts of LDCs and MTS. The post will be filled up through Staff Selection Commission on regular basis until such time the department has appointed 4 apprentices in ISLR, Margao, and overall 27 apprentices in the whole of Goa. Apart from this, more contractual staff will be made available not only to ISLR in Margao, but also to other sub-offices in the state of Goa. Government to preserve old land records. Speaker, sir, I rise to support the demand number 7 and to oppose the cut motion tabled by Honorable Member Mr. Venzi Vegas. Allegation leveled is refuted, being baseless, is without any proof. Speaker, sir, the Land Survey Department has installed a modern record room with compactors which are dust-proof and moisture-resistant by spending an amount of rupees 1.43 crores, which amount was granted by Department of Land Resources, New Delhi. The old survey plans, soil clarification books, etc. has been duly stacked and preserved in this modern record room. Apart from this, the old legacy records such as Registro de Agrimensor, old cadastral plan, Auto Demarcação, old registers, old index, Comunidad Plantas, title Alvarez, etc., are in the process of scanning, and once completed, the said records would also be placed in public domain. We have been currently issuing certified copies of such old legacy documents to the general public. The department is also in a process of installing modern record rooms in all the sub-offices. As of now, the layout plan of Satari, Bardes, Perne and Kepen Taluka offices have been approved, and the estimates are under preparation through the PWD. The charge of having not protected old land records is just a figment of imagination of my dear friend. Speaker, sir, I thus request to reject the cut motion and pass the demand number 27. Now I will go to Revenue Department. Sorry. The Revenue Department is a multi-faceted and multitasking department and always overloaded with various responsibilities and tasks. The department has brought in various amendments to achieve ease of living. An amendment to the Indian Stamp Goa Amendment Act has been done to amend Article 32, Clause A for including the nomenclature of brother-in-law and sister-in-law by reducing stamp duty, thereby encouraging registration of gift deed for smooth transfer of properties with close family members and blood relation. In this assembly session, certain more categories of family members such as nephew, niece, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, etc. will be introduced to facilitate smooth transfer of properties within families. Speaker, sir, Government of Goa had notified the Goa e-Stamp Rules 2022, whereby the Central Record Keeping Agency is appointed by avoiding fraud and enhancing monitoring of state revenues from stamp duty and to plug any kind of leakages. Sir, Revenue Department has also increased the slab of stamp duties, thereby contributing considerably in revenue generation to the state treasury. Speaker, sir, the government is also in process of introducing a ready reckoner for the purpose of calculation of stamp duty and registration fees so that they do away with discretionary powers of the sub-register authority by introducing the built-up rate of properties and also revising the minimum land rates based on prevailing market trends. Sir, the Government of Goa has reduced the stamp duty on conveyance with respect to cooperative societies and individuals from 3% to 1%, which are registered under Goa Cooperative Societies Act 2001. In pursuance of an agreement of MOU executed on or before 30/3/2014, so as to enable them to execute the conveyance deed and to facilitate them in obtaining clear titles to their properties. Speaker, sir, guidelines for smooth transfer of occupancy of land under Section 37B of Goa Land Revenue Code 1968 has been issued for streamlining the process. Further amendment of Section 30 has been done to clarify that mining leases don't require separate conversion sanat. Similarly, Section 30A is added to give relief and to regularize certain basalt stone crushers and units which were in operation prior to 2007. Speaker, sir, the Revenue Department has carried out amendments to Section 3 and Section 7 of Regularization on Unauthorized Construction Act 2016 by making provisions of Limitation Act and conferring the powers on government for condoning the delay of smooth disposal of applications without causing prejudice to genuine applicant. We have also enhanced the time limit by 90 days to facilitate those applicants who fail to apply within time and giving them opportunity to regularize their unauthorized residential houses. In order to protect paddy fields and promote agriculture, the department has come up with legislation, the Goa Restriction on Transfer of Agricultural Land Act 2023, and has come into force from 18/4/2023, which will go a long way to protect the agricultural paddy fields for future generations to come. Speaker, sir, further the fast tracking of mutation cases to Dharni Rural software with modules for Mamladar and sub-register is undertaken. The Revenue Department has taken all efforts to fully implement ease of doing business by issuing all services through online mode. All certificates like residence certificate, caste certificate, divergence certificate, etc. are issued online and can be availed by sitting at home. Similarly, all conversion sanads are issued through online mode by reducing personal interface. Speaker, sir, the mutation of documents is brought under National Generic Document System, wherein sub-registers themselves can do the mutation in certain cases. This is implemented on pilot basis in the Office of the Civil Register, sub-register Ponda and Perne, and will be implemented in all other sub-register offices to ensure quick mutation in record of rights at the stage of registration of document itself. Speaker, sir, in order to fast-track the mutation and partition process, the department has given powers of mutation and partition to ISLR and state register. The department has also implemented the property register wherein latest information on survey plans, agriculture, zoning, etc. are available in public domain at the click of a button. The property register will also be upgraded by bringing on board more departments like PWD, electricity, financial institutions, judicial and quasi-judicial courts, etc., which will enable the general public to carry out due diligence by themselves before purchase of any land. The linking of financial institutions, judicial and quasi-judicial courts with property register will enable the citizen to know how encumbrances are pending litigation pertaining to any land. Any encumbrances are pending litigation. Speaker, sir, the Revenue Department, as a step towards preventing land frauds in the state, is in process of linking the record of rights with Aadhaar number so as to enable a warning message through register mobile about any change in record of rights pertaining to the said survey number. Speaker, sir, the Revenue Department and DSLR are in the process of setting up various modern record rooms and development of mobile applications to locate and identify properties on real-time basis. Speaker, sir, the Revenue Department has already implemented new initiatives such as insurance of caste certificate of children of single mother, issuance of divergence certificate for deceased, etc., along with simplifying the online renewal process for issuing caste certificate for OBC by limiting up to 3 documents, thereby benefiting the citizen applying for such service at large. The department is exploring the proposal for amendment to strengthen the operation and management of sluice gates and tenant association. Speaker, sir, the department is in touch with personnel department for expediting the process of filling up the vacant posts of deputy collectors and mamladars for smooth conduct of hearings and for expeditious disposal of cases in a time-bound manner. A robust monitoring mechanism is put in place to monitor the disposal status by each and every revenue official, including Mamladar, Joint Mamladar, Deputy Collector, Administrators of Kundar, etc. Both the collectors are monitoring it on regular basis, and considerable progress has been noticed in the recent days in disposal of cases. Speaker, sir, as a result of heavy rains this season, there were damages due to trees getting uprooted, flooding, etc. A total 190 claims were sanctioned, amounting to rupees 32,21,655 as compensation to victims of North Goa district under the norms of SDRF and NDRF. Central government claims for ex gratia assistance of rupees 50,000 for the next of kin of deceased has been dispersed due to COVID-19, and the collector chairman of DDMA North has approved 94 claims and dispersed a total amount of 47 lakhs. And also, collector chairman of DDMA South has approved 40 claims and dispersed a total amount of 20 lakhs. Speaker, sir, the department, realizing the fact that only a trained force can be the best to tackle any disaster, has ensured to train all manpower in disaster state management skills. According to government, government has nominated GPAD as the nodal training institute to train officials of all the line department. Various training programs have been conducted to various department offices. The training program of disaster management was conducted by NDRF team on 8/3/2023 at Menezes Braganza Hall. Mock drills were conducted to test the preparedness of the state machinery. In order to enhance the response of the state towards disaster management, the state government has allotted land of 25,000 square meters at Asnora for establishing RRC of NDRF. Once it is established, a trained team of professionals of NDRF will be available to respond to any event of disaster for the state, which will enhance the response time and save life and properties of people. Speaker, sir, to strengthen SDMA and DMAs, rupees 37 lakhs provision has been made to improve the effectiveness of all SDMAs and DDMAs. Revenue Department has already given funds from SDRF to both the collectors to tackle disaster to pay compensation to the victim, loss of property and life. In order to assist the local bodies for cutting and pruning of dangerous trees, assistance of rupees 1 lakh is provided to Corporation of City of Panjim and rupees 50,000 each to A-class municipalities, rupees 25 to B-class and C-class municipalities, and rupees 25 to each of the panchayat as financial assistance from SDRF funds. The state government has already decided to place at the disposal of deputy collectors and SDO an amount of rupees 5 lakhs each for immediate expenditure to tackle any disaster. Basically, this was only 25,000 was the limit of a deputy collector. So we have increased it to 5 lakhs rupees just today. Speaker, sir, to enhance the response to any disaster, ERSS dial 112 with respect to disaster management is made operational. The common alert protocol was also initiated. We have issued 5 red alerts until now, which was received by nearly 25 lakh subscribers all over Goa, of which approximately 9 lakhs are from coastal areas through common alert protocol. Government has notified local contingency plan for mass rescue operation at sea. Revised Goa State Management Plan has been prepared in line with National Disaster Management Plan 2019 and will be uploaded on the government official website of Goa SDMA. Speaker, sir, the disaster management plan for both North and South Goa district disaster management authorities have also been updated and are available on the Goa SDMA website. The communication plan 2023 at state and district level has been prepared, and a pocket booklet of the same has been circulated to all the line departments. Speaker, sir, Goa SDMA has framed guidelines on minimum standard of relief, and the same is approved by government. Government has notified the IRS incident response system at state and district level. Upscaling of APDA Mitra scheme. Directorate of Fire and Emergency Services made the nodal agency for scheme and has trained 271 APDA Mitra, including 31 APDA Saki, female volunteers. ERR kit has also been provided. The department will train and engage more APDA Mitras and APDA Sakis in future. Sendai framework for disaster risk reduction SFDRR scheme. Under this Pan-India scheme, the government of Goa has appointed one senior consultant and one data entry operator for strengthening of SDMA. Honorable Prime Minister's 10-point agenda for disaster risk reduction roadmap of DRR has been prepared by all the line departments. Under National Cyclone Risk Mitigation Project, NCRMP 2, Water Resources Department WRD is made a nodal agency for the project. Speaker, sir. Multi-purpose cyclone shelters have been completed. 25 number of out of 38 early warning dissemination system EWDS towers have been installed along the coastal line of Goa. Underground cabling up to the length of 23 kilometers has been done for the entire coastal village, Anjuna, with the expenditure of 840.80 lakhs. 57 number of shelter level trainings and capacity building training has been completed by GPAD. Government has constituted Cyclone Shelter Management and Maintenance Committee with honorable MLAs of the respective constituencies. Emergency centers, shelters, additional 259 schools and 132 community halls have been identified. Emergency centers in both North and South district with all basic facilities. Training and mock exercise. Speaker, sir. 3 days basic training on CBRM, emergency management for airport emergency handling of Goa and Seaport authorities was successfully conducted by National Disaster Management Authority, NDMA at Mopa Airport and Mormunga Port Authority in collaboration with Goa State Disaster Management Authority. A state-level table top exercise TTX and mock exercise on cyclones was conducted by Goa State Disaster Management Authorities in collaboration with National Disaster Management Authorities on 1st and 3rd March 2023 with active participation of both DDMAs and all line departments. Setting up of State Emergency Operation Centers, SEOC. Government has appointed 8 data entry operators for operation of the State Emergency Operation Center, SEOC, on 24/7 basis functioning. Upgradation of fire services. Government will extend and modernize the fire services in the state in terms of National Disaster Response Fund under preparedness and capacity building. This department is also coordinating with the line department to furnish the list of equipment and machinery required by them to tackle any disaster. Additionally, needful equipment will be procured through SDRF and will be handed over to the line departments. Speaker, sir, the important land acquisition projects which were undertaken under the policy of procurement are Mopa Airport Project, construction of 2 MLD sewage treatment plant, single lane bridge in Dongri village panchayat at Azosim Mandur approach road, construction of road for electronic city in Tuve village in Perne, widening of road and site protection wall in survey number 283/7 at Morumbi de Grand Tiswadi. In order to achieve the vision of Honorable Prime Minister of providing online connectivity throughout the country, the state government has granted so far 28 sites for erecting BSNL towers to the remote part of Goa free of cost. Waste management is sorry. As far as the reply of Revenue Department is concerned, now our Honourable Member Dr. Carlos Ferreira has raised an issue that repair of South Goa Communal building. So we will take the stock of the situation and hold a meeting with the stakeholders. And salary towards the staff of communal employees from North Zone. The pattern of assistance has been issued by a grant of salaries of rupees 250 lakhs towards salary grants and retirement benefits for Comunidad employees of North, Central and South Zone as per record. The following amount has been disbursed. So we'll see what, once, let us first complete this thing, then we will see. If we need more funds, then we will see. Difference in calculation of Derema. As per the Code of Comunidad, 10% of the net income in the budget contributes to Derema. Presently, Derema is collected as per the expenditure of the office of the administrator, and it is proportionately divided amongst all the Comunidad as per the annual income. Okay, now as far as you had raised that Bhumiputra bill, the department is exploring the possibility of amendment withdrawal of the said bill. Honourable Member Mr. Michael had raised the issue. Revenue Bhavan at Mapsa, record room rebuilt, no place to hold meetings. Speaker, sir, I shall examine the issue of construction of Revenue Bhavan at the existing place. So I will come one day for a meeting. We can have a meeting and we'll decide. And mutation conversion to be disposed in a time-bound manner. In order to fast-track the mutation, the department has given powers of mutation to sub-registrar, that I have already mentioned. Online service is not working problem. Huh? Sorry? So we'll I will just, yeah, time-bound. See, it is with two departments, it's my department and the law department. So I will speak to the law in this thing also. Because sub-registers come in the law department.
All paperwork is correct.
Yeah.
That is why we are doing a sale deed.
Right.
Speaker sir, sale deed आम्ही कित्याक करता? Sale deed करता paperwork correct.
Honorable
so
member.
you give a assurance
Honorable
that you complete in 15-20 days.
Let him complete first.
No, he is saying that sub-registrar is doing. I am requesting that he is not doing. I am telling him that his department only has to do it.
Sir, discussion करीत गेल्याला खूप वेळ लागतो ना तो.
Yeah, important matter, CM. The whole of Goa goes for mutation, whether it is deed of succession, gift deed, sale deed, or any other deed, partition deed. Mutation, without mutation, bank is not giving loan.
Now let me, I will sit down with my colleague and I'll just find a solution to this problem.
Thank you.
Speaker, sir, demands raised by Honorable MLA Mr. Dikambar Kamath, the condition of South Goa building. The Collector South has taken up work for maintenance of the repairs of all the toilets of Matani Saldana Administrative Complex, Margaon. In consultation with PWD and the work order will be issued by PWD to the contractors. Out of total 26 toilets, only 4 are non-functional. I know even last when I visited, I saw it was in a little bad state. We will have that thing done.
Lift to it chalna dinga. Lift to it chalna. Lift in the South Goa district chalna.
No, I checked last time when this thing, no, I just found out. And the cleanliness also is not there. That moss and all that basically has been the same. Okay. Now, provided indicated online service dedicated revenue department. Then, as far as Mr. Ganesh Gaonkar, anything else was your this thing? No, USI Hospital, we have already taken a meeting and we have rejected their proposal as far as basically making it on this thing. Yeah, by corporation. Now we have actually a new hospital will be coming up in the north, which basically they will be running that hospital. Yeah, but this hospital we have said we will be retained by this. So because then as far as Mr. Ganesh Gaonkar, not there?
No.
Okay. Elton is there? Not there. So I should not answer this. Mr. Reginald had asked for one. This thing. What is this thing? The survey number mentioned by Reginald has been examined and necessary action shall be taken. One thing has already been actually reverted back. I've got this thing also. Yeah, reverted back. Yeah, I'll give you the full details of this. Yes, tell me. No, we will. No, CM said that we will extend it for another 90 days. We will extend it. Okay. Now, who else had raised the issue? Ankush. Alex. Okay, demand raised by our Honorable Member, Mr. Viresh Bolkar. This is under Land Revenue Code, okay. Speaker, sir, the Honorable MLA has spoken the provision of Rule 5, 10 and 17 of LRC, Duties and Functions of Rules 1969, as regards to maintenance of diary by the Revenue Inspector. The need to have such diary does not arise as the post of Revenue Inspectors has not been filled by us. Our government has appointed a full-fledged talati for every village, and hence the need to be touring in different villages doesn't arise. As regards reporting about diversion of land, the talati of every revenue village reports about any such diversion by filing a checklist in terms of Section 33 of Goa LRC. Tenancy cases not cleared within 6 months. Directions are already given to both the collectors and to conduct review for speedy disposal of the cases. See, now in this last 1 year, North Goa collector has cleared 978 cases as far as the tenancies are concerned, and South Goa has cleared 513. And I'm in constant touch with both the collectors basically to get a report on all these things. New Mamlara has been appointed for reducing the pendencies. 10 new Mamlaras basically have just been appointed. So as far as their placing is concerned, that Honorable Chief Minister, a personal department will do the placement. Yes, tell me.
Because regarding LRC functioning, that is not been functioned properly.
Okay.
So that was our major point, and the delay is written in the LRC. And secondly,
yes, tell me. No. What is not taking place?
What is not taking place? Tell me.
What is not taking place?
Recruitment zala man sangla no personal development personal department will do the placement.
As far as Mamlara is concerned, see, Mamlara's recruitment comes under GPSC. Now, just the file has been cleared. 10 people have been selected. Now, the posting is awaited. Now, Chief Minister will basically do the posting, I think, one of these days. See, we are following on daily. See, Speaker, sir. Assurance means I've been telling you, the collector, basically North and South collectors are monitoring. They have actually every week they have meetings with the deputy collector, with the mamladars and all, and they are actually looking at the pendency of the cases. And why basically the Mamla, if there's any delay, they question basically the Mamlar for the delay in the matters.
How many months will be required to clear all?
See now, as I told you, in 1 year's time, we cleared 978. And in different cases, there's a different, basically, see, some, the lawyers basically take adjournments as far as the things are concerned. Something, whatever, if there is, hairs are to be brought on record and all. So some things basically take time. But we are following on. Be rest assured, we will do the needful. Okay, rough. Okay, as far as scrapyard and everything, there's a draft policy. As I told you, scrapyard policy is formulated. Within 3 months' time, it will be in place. Okay. Dr. Chandrakant Shetty, re-application as person of Tillari, during Tillari Dam construction. Last week, collector had called PWD to submit all the documents, old documents, order communication from Maharashtra side. The said documents are received on 21/7/23. Now collector will be passing order to make them occupancy class 1, and thereafter mutation will be done. Mr. Pramanand Sheth, because the DSLR has constituted a special team of officials for the purpose of setting up claims received under erstwhile evacuee land. The field surveyors have surveyed and prepared 1,827 plans and 1,461 of houses and 366 of agriculture claims. As of now, the field surveyors are in the process of Goa industrial and surveyors. I assure that some surveyors would be sent to survey plans for a period of 2 months. Demand raised by Honorable MLA Mr. Ullas Tuekar. Speaker, sir, to tide over the situation of lack of staff as a temporary measure, contractual staff would be engaged through Goa Human Resource Development Corporation. As regards to appearances of white ants in the headquarters, the DSLR has immediately taken action by spraying pesticides. So also PWD has also approached the fumigate the entire office so that there is no reoccurrence of the episode of white ants. Speaker, sir, I would like to, there is always complaint as far as the state disaster management is concerned. See, it is learned that most of the states in the country have their own separate wings of disaster management team, solely dedicated towards mitigating disasters. They are more involved in planning and preparedness of the disaster situation. One of the best models is known to be in the Kerala State Disaster Management Authority. So we shall send a team to study the Kerala model and implement the same in Goa, because we need to have a separate distinction as far as disaster management. Right now, the SDMA and DDMA functioning in Goa are looking after disaster management, in addition to their own other duties.
In the meantime, you upgrade your equipments, no?
No, we are upgrading, we are doing that thing, but this we need to put this in place by the next monsoon. Thus, it is a need that the increasing natural calamities and rapid change of climate, a separate and exclusive disaster management system needs to be put in place, and we will be putting it in place. Speaker, sir, I will go to the waste management. I will go through the cut motions. Failure in government scientific handling, management and disposal of garbage. Speaker, sir, the government of Goa has formed a special purpose vehicle, Goa Waste Management Corporation, for dealing with matters pertaining to waste management in the state of Goa, especially in setting up common waste management facilities. There are basically 5 types of waste to be managed. They are municipal solid waste, hazardous waste, biomedical waste, construction and demolition waste, and e-waste. As regards to municipal solid waste, government has set up 100 TDP waste management facility at Saligaon in 2016, which is since expanded to 250 TDP. The facility is based on recycling and sorting line, segregation by methanation and composting line. The methane gas generated is converted to electricity which is used for the plant, and excess is fed to the electricity grid. The plant has successfully operating since 2016 and has treated 362,720 tons of waste, and the technology used in the is the state of art. The commissionary have used equipment, machinery from countries abroad, as well as indigenous units on segregation, sorting, biomethanation. The plant has also visited by foreign delegates, ambassadors, and top academic institutions from India, schools and colleges and other dignitaries. This plant is one of the most successful plants in this country. The KHABAR 100 TPD plant construction and trial run is completed and awaiting inauguration in South Goa on similar technology with improvement based on learning from Saligao plant. The facility will cater to talukas of Kepe, Sange, Darbandoro and Konkani. Till now, 3,907 tons of waste has been treated at the facilities. The government is in process of setting up solid waste management facilities at Bangani, which will also be on the similar successful working technology. This facility will cater mainly to the Tiswadi Taluka and surrounding areas. The tender of this facility was earlier floated twice. However, on one occasion, none of the bidders qualified. On the second occasion, there was only a single qualified bidder. According to GWMC revised the RFQ and floated the same on 13/9/2022. The bid was opened on 20/12/2022. After scrutiny and following codal formalities, 3 bidders have qualified for RFP stage. RFP will be issued shortly to qualified bidder. Similarly, government is in process of setting up an integrated waste management facility at Verna IDC, which will be of 250 TDP municipal waste facility and 250 TDP waste to energy facility to cater to RDF generated in the state. For the purpose of waste in energy, government has tied up with IVLS Swedish Environment Research Institute, who has submitted the feasibility report concerning the waste to energy facility. This facility will cater to the waste generated in Marmango and Salset talukas and surrounding areas. The draft report is submitted to Goa SEAC for grant of environmental clearance and in awaiting environmental clearance. Speakers, we have been taking as far as the remediation and all is concerned, as with some soda and all this thing. That area has already been cleared. Now, where the government regulates scrapyards in Goa, that as far as the scrapyard, this thing I have already mentioned, that we will come up with a policy. And actually, IDC basically will be the agency which will allot land for the scrapyards. I think I have covered most of this. Anything else was left out?
Speaker, sir, just that I had spotted just one thing in that Kunkolim industrial estate.
Illegalities in the Kunkolim industrial estate. In view of the above, necessary direction are been given to the Deputy Collector for inspection and issue stop order work.
Honorable Chief Minister.
Wait, 1 second.
May I reply?
Grant of Komunad land is given as per provision of the Code of Komunidad. I think there is a Komunad land it is. Yeah. The land in Dar Bandora given to this is the other one. You had asked for the land in Dar Bandora is given to Forensic Science and Law University in the is a government land and not the Komunidad land. What you had raised the issue. The right, left, center that government has been giving land. Yes, please.
Regarding the GMC market outside GMC, that modification they had demanded, but till now it is not been done. Secondly,
Speaker sir, परत एकदा question answer सुरू जातले.
I think the Honorable Chief Minister is on his feet now.
Yeah.
Let us go on.
Okay.
Honorable Minister.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that we said we will
Babush.
take care of. We will come up with a this thing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see, look into it. We'll look into that. We'll,
Yes,
Speak.
Speaker sir.
Sorry.
No, दोन्ही
No,
मागणार.
as we said, no, we have that amendment will. As I spoke to you last time, I said it took some time, but amendment will follow. No,
Because
Honorable
amendment
Minister,
will follow. I will take you into
Don't you want to
before.
Honorable Minister,
I will take some points from you also.
And
Yes, sir.
together.
Speaker, sir, in view of my answers, as I request honorable members from the opposition to withdraw their cut motion and support the demands. Thank you, Speaker.